have to worry about ourselves.
Nope,
Doesn't end there.
gotta worry about our pets as well. All right, also something to worry about. We have some bad weather coming our way.
Yes, I would say especially on Friday. So if you have travel plans on Thursday, yeah, some rain will be developing, but Friday is when we get heavy rain and the potential for damaging winds. And not only that, but coastal flooding that will be centered right around the time of the Friday morning commute. As the storm is all moving out, there's another concern. The rain is over, and then temperatures will be dropping really quickly from the 50s to freezing, and that could result in any puddles out there freezing over and making things slippery, especially for untreated surfaces. So a lot of different aspects to this storm, but one of them that is not in our cards is a white Christmas. Take a look. There's other parts of the country, the Midwest, the Great Lakes. Those areas are the bullseyes for a major winter storm and even blizzard conditions. But for us, we're talking about 1.5 to 3 inches of rainfall. The heaviest rain for this will be Thursday night while you sleep into Friday morning. And we're also talking about the potential for strong and maybe even damaging winds. I think the winds are no big deal during the day on Thursday and even Thursday evening through around 8 o'clock or so. But as you sleep, those winds will start coming up, and we're thinking they could gust up between 45 to 55 miles per hour early in the morning on Friday. And then there will be another kind of peak in the winds as we head into the early afternoon as a cold front comes through. This wind gust forecast is in line with the National Weather Service. If you see wind gusts that are up to about 55 miles per hour, that's generally enough to see scattered outages throughout the state. Once you get to 60 or higher, you're talking about more numerous outages and bigger problems. And it's a close call for us here in Connecticut. So I would say plan on some scattered outages. And if there are more, we'll keep an eye on that in the coming days to see how the winds end up trending. Heading into Friday evening, the wind switches direction. It's still windy and pumping in those colder temperatures. Again, moderate coastal flooding is forecast for the shoreline centered around high tide, which is Friday morning, 8:42 for New London and 10:35 for Bridgeport. The water could come up anywhere between a foot to 2.5 feet above where it typically does during high tide. And on top of that, it's a new moon. So the water is already astronomically high as we head into the day on Friday. So if you are along the shoreline, those typical flood-prone areas that are very vulnerable to coastal inundation likely will flood. And we're also thinking there will be some road closures along the shoreline as well heading into Friday morning. So I would already plan on just avoiding those areas. Low temperatures tonight dropping back into the teens to right around 20 degrees. Tomorrow, no problems out there. We like tomorrow. Highs around 40 with mostly sunny skies. Now let me step you through Thursday. Most of the day is dry, and even through the early afternoon we're dry, but after that we start to see some showers develop. For the evening commute, nothing too problematic, which is why I say if you want to travel on Thursday, you can. There might be some brief mixing or snow in the hills, but we should change over to rain quickly. Then overnight while we sleep, that rain gets more intense, the winds get more intense. It's pouring. There are thunderstorms early on Friday morning. This is 6 a.m. Then after 10 a.m., there might be a little break in the action before the actual front swings through and that rain fills back in again. And then those temperatures tumble from the 50s down into the teens and 20s. And again, as I mentioned before, that could result in issues for untreated surfaces freezing up. And then it's just chilly heading into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. We'll see high temperatures that'll be in the 20s, but it will feel like near or below zero heading into your Christmas Eve morning. So that is some really cold stuff, especially after seeing temperatures in the 50s on Friday. By the way, early Friday evening, all that rain should be out of here, but temperatures will be dropping below freezing between 5 to about 7 p.m. So that's the window of time where those numbers really start to crash, and then cold but quiet heading into next week for travel plans back home, guys.